Hi, Leo. I was just doing a visual for you. And what was coming up first was a young woman, not a kid, a young woman. And I'm just seeing a close-up of her face. And first she looks, maybe she's, like curled up and sad. But I think she's just contemplating. And I'm just seeing a close-up of her eyes kind of closed and just, looking down and thinking. And there's just moments where she becomes more lion, like the face becomes lion, but then it goes back to human again. So there's just this moments of her lioness coming out as she contemplates, or perhaps just curled up. Maybe she is sad, I don't know. But that's that contemplative place. And then I'm seeing a masculine scene where there's like he's kind of cartoony, but they're really not showing it to me in cartoon, but it's like a coach, like a white-haired coach, climbing stairs, and at the same time pushing down like a son or one of the kids on his team, kind of by the back of the head, and a loving push down the stairs. But it's getting this energy of pushing them in, like making them leap, like a father might do with their child at the pool when they're scared to go in, and kind of just pushing them in. But he's going up the stairs, the coach. He's in shorts, like a t-shirt or something like that, with white hair. And he's just kind of stomping up the steps as he's literally, as the younger one isn't being seen, it's more of a shadow energy, as he's gently pushing them by the back of the head down the stairs. But I was getting them, like pushing them off the cliff, basically, but in a loving way. So we'll have to see. And I wasn't really getting an abusive energy there, but it could be a little bit harsh there. And again, there's that parallel with the Olympics, with the coach coming up. And he's also walking up the stairs, not the athletes or the child is going downstairs, but he's walking upstairs. And this could be a contentious relationship between a father and son as well, or a coach and the athlete. And again, this is Leo, which is all about strength. So we have the Universal Golden for the read. We have the Rider-Waite Minis, both. This is just upright. This is both upright and reversals for the clarifiers. And then we have the Messages of Love at the end for you guys. And then we have the Fortune's Oracle to start out and see what's going on with you guys. So I have pre-shuffled. We're just going to continue to shuffle a little bit more as we go here. And this is for Leo. We're in November. Today is the 24th, which is the Queen of Wands. It's also the Two of Cups today. It adds up to the Two of Cups, the 42. And it actually reflects each other today, right? We have the 24 Queen of Wands and the 42 Two of Cups, which are actually the soul numbers of my mom and dad. So, and they were both Geminis. So this energy of like masculine and feminine twins reflecting each other kind of energy. And so for Leo, why is this coming up for Leo? And what is the general energy for Leo for the best and highest good of all is concerned? Bringing in any guidance that wants to come through, as long as it's coming through in a very high vibrational or love light energy or order. And let me know ahead of time, please. All right, for the sign of Leo, November to December 2023. Feel very calm with Leo, very calm. And that just flipped out. There we go. It's this one here. Yep, it's the only one. So the card that's coming up for you is birth. And that was very significant with Cancer's read as well, only that wasn't the main energy. Cancer is more about clearing off those last bits of fire wounds regarding war and all that kind of stuff, like birth, but it was coming up as birthing the new. This is the energy of the child's already out of you, right? The baby's there, whereas Cancer was coming out as the sign before you, as that last final push. You're coming up as the actual child, all right, which is suiting to Leo there. And number 4 comes up is the Emperor as well. That's the only card that wants to come out. The bottom of the deck is Abundance, which is 1. 1 is the Magician. So for me, I'm Gemini. Sometimes the Magician is Virgo or Aries for me as well. And this is that one for all and all for one kind of energy, right? Bringing it all to the center, and there's like a huddle, like a sports huddle. So again, that energy of sports is coming up. And patience needed. 24, today's energy, the Queen of Wands and the Magician energy here. And the underlying energies, giving you that Cancer energy, giving you that final push. for that new child coming out here. So birth, it's all about birth for you, and structure with the 4. Structure, stability, building. The lambda leap is the lamb to father leap. Right? This is very much about the masculine energies connecting with source energy, their higher selves, right? It's a little bit more natural for the feminines, the feminine energies, whether it's masculine, whether it's a man or a woman. The person who's more feminine usually has an easier time connecting with their higher self. And this is about the masculine making a direct effort to connect with source, connect with their higher self, connect with the father energy, whether it's source or their actual father, perhaps a coach that is like a father to you. So even if you're female, we're talking about the masculine energies within you. For Leo, and I feel very calm. Leo. November to December 2023, going into the next month. And we're actually in Sagittarius. You can listen to Cancer too about that energy. It came up in Cancer's read, which was a long read. Let's see here for Leo. For the best and highest good of all who's concerned. Leo, November to December 2023. Leo. And I'm just getting the word cat coming up with Leo. And the first card out for you is the 3 of Cups, which is all about socializing, coming together in joy. I mean, there could be some energy of cliques or even a coven with this deck. Okay, there could be a little bit of negativity here, but it really is about joy and coming together and socializing and, you know, that energy of Thanksgiving. And that's tomorrow's card too, because today's the 2 of Cups. The challenge for you is the 3 of Wands. So you have 2 3s off the bat, all right? So this is about being present in the moment. There is a wall here, and you're looking out at the sea or the water, and you're stepping on a landmine here. And there's this firefighter energy here too, right? I'm getting Smokey the Bear, but I'm also getting what I told you about Cancer, right? Because they're fighting fires. So that Leo can stand on the landmine. And this is that energy of Kip, right? In the English Patient. Standing on a landmine, unafraid, in his bare feet. As the firefighter, he's not afraid of fire. But this is the challenge here for you, Leo. To be present to the water and the fire at the same time, right? Because this is that landmine, the explosion that could happen. And there's calm waters out here. And the wall between, the division. This also can be boundaries. Boundaries came up for Cancer as well. So you may be very tied to Cancer because we have water signs in the middle of your read. So what's the foundation for you, Leo, is the Knight of Cups, which came up upright for Cancer. So again, there's this tie between you and Cancer, which is the family and the child, right? So this is about being love, about offering love. And again, there's this person of walking around water in a waterfall here as well. And out here, it's calm. That's the calm part. This is the waterfall, right? The stream of water that has a lot of power behind it. You know, like the avalanche. You know, it's not so sweet when it's coming down as an avalanche, is it? It can be deceiving depending on the form that it takes. Is it gas? Is it water? Is it solid? Okay, and all about the emotions and water. Okay, and water came up big time in Cancer as well. So in the recent past, you have the Hanging Man. So are you hanging out, being wise, seeing new perspectives? Are you awakening? Are you dealing with ego issues here? All right, clearing out the ego in your personality, perhaps. And that's also Pisces or perhaps Capricorn. What's crowning here is the Fool. The Fool with the open heart and taking a leap of faith, perhaps with a loyal friend or a pet that will follow you anywhere to the ends of the earth. And there's that energy of taking that leap off. And remember, in my visual, we were getting the father figure or the coach type of figure pushing you off, like giving that final push, right, to take that leap, to don't be afraid. And that can be in birth, right, that final push. That can be going poop, right, that final push to get it out, to not be afraid, even if that last bit hurts. So that's also Aries energy. What's coming up for you, Leo, is the Death card, which is transformation, transition, Scorpio person, perhaps. This is also Dark Night, perhaps surrendering. But this is, you know, they're not going to let anyone get in their way here, right? There's someone who's dead underfoot. Right, we've got the religious person here. The children are saying, oh my, how could they do this? But they're going off to be who they are, whether they like it or not, whether they like it or not, and whether perhaps this was a mean person. Or is this the mean person? You know, we don't know specifically in this situation. There could be an elder who was abusive, that maybe someone is happy they're gone. Or this can be someone who's being really bossy and insisting on their own way. Or are they stopping to negotiate here? But this is the Dark Knight. This is the Grim Reaper. And here this can be the same person as this, because it's Scorpio and water energy here too. You see yourself as the world, which is completion, coming full circle, looking at yourself in the mirror, naked, perhaps being authentic. And again, weights coming up with Cancer and Thanksgiving and overeating and all that kind of stuff. But for you, you're coming up as, this can literally be seeing yourself in the mirror or seeing someone else as yourself in the mirror. This is like the masculine seeing his feminine side in the mirror. Very interesting. And again, Scorpio is coming up here and Pisces. So really all three water signs could be coming up here. And we do have that 3 water signs energy in the center of your read. Maybe these 3 water signs are the center of your life. Maybe you're Leo with Pisces in your chart. You know, and or Scorpio with Pisces and Scorpio back to back right here, reflecting each other. Perhaps one's the more feminine side, one's the more masculine side of yourself. What's around you, Leo, or how others might see you as the magician. So you're coming up as the man with all the tools, right? Who makes the magic around here. Who can manifest. Who's got the magic wand or the right DNA. And I always get this, the magicians come up as like a combination between Jesus, Michael Jackson, and Richard Simmons. And there's that weight loss coming up again. And traditionally the magician's Gemini, but he also comes up as Virgo and sometimes Aries for me. And you already have Aries up here. You have Scorpio, Pisces or Capricorn, and then you as Leo. The block for you is coming up as the 9 of Cups. And that could be drinking too much food and drink, you know, the celebration. There's a French energy in this deck, you know, with the beret. And it looks like they're at the Louvre. They've retired. They took off their shirt and tie. This could be on vacation as well. But again, the energy of someone who's carrying too much weight. So are you very focused on your weight right now, especially after Thanksgiving? Maybe you've been eating too much and you're a little concerned about that. Maybe you're going to France. Or maybe someone doesn't want you to go to a party because they know that you might eat or drink too much. Or is that you concerned about somebody else? You're worried, somebody might be worried about death here. And what's coming up here for you, Leo, is the King of Cups, which came up reversed in Cancer's read. So you're coming up as and the King of Cups often comes up as the Emperor for me in my other reads. So it doesn't mean it's the case here, but it could be. And again, especially if someone's worried about death and weight. So someone might be concerned about that. Somebody might be worried about a relative. You know, that they're worried they might die if they don't take better care of themselves. And here we have Father and Son again, right? King of Cups and Page of Cups. Perhaps you're a Leo father with lots of water kids, or vice versa. But apparently you have water in your chart as well. So what's connecting you to what's left hanging in limbo is the 6 of Wands, which is the journeyman, bringing the good news, getting attention, leading the way. A good reputation. And I wanted to bring up the Emperor too, because I forgot the 4 is there with the Emperor. So definitely do have that Emperor energy and the Sun energy, right? So father and son, or grandfather and son. That could be a boss and son, a coach and son, God and son, right? This connection between the masculine. and then the fathers in their life, or the fatherly-like people in their life. And what's hanging in limbo at the end of your read is the Five of Cups, which is that sadness that I saw in my visual, that desolate area here, that need to heal from, and again, the weight issues may have to do with having experienced wounds of desolation, right? Of having a whole city destroyed, and the fear of not having enough, especially for food, right? Because you won't survive. And here's this person coming in with abundant energy, with good news to those without, or who are feeling like they don't have anything. Or this could be a lack of water too, like a desert. Somebody could be trying to dry out as well if they have alcohol issues here. Or maybe just someone who drinks casually, but their health isn't good, so maybe they need to stop. All right, so I'm going to pull a few cards for the end, in case we need them to finish up the story here. And then we're going to go to the bottom of the deck to see what the underlying energies are here. It's always such a long story here. All right. The bottom of the deck here is the Wounded Warriors, the Nine of Wands. He's on guard. He's defending all of his energies put into things for a long, long time. And there's the Four of Wands, the home, the union, the Thanksgiving celebrations, perhaps the workplace here, or a place of co-creation, making something really nice, decorating the place. Perhaps you had a special Thanksgiving, perhaps out of the home. And you see there's a lot of pentacles coming up in a cluster. You know, those coming from far and wide or out in the cold. And there's that green door. And again, referencing Thanksgiving or healthy living. And perhaps two not welcome, or they were in the hospital or couldn't make Thanksgiving. That kind of energy comes up here. And then the Knight of Pentacles. And we have the Wheel of Fortune here. So again, there's this energy of father and son, right? The Sphinx schooling the golden goose over here, which could be Leo for sure, who may be speaking out of turn, or, you know, hopefully this wasn't somebody holding a knife to you. I don't know if you've experienced that. Oh, I just thought of something where Leo held a knife to me. It was a butter knife and nothing happened. But there is that energy here. Very interesting. Yeah, let's start at the Wheel of Fortune there. So there's wounds here regarding the home. And what are you holding on to for a long, long time here regarding the home or the union or the Thanksgiving celebrations here? And how does that relate to your work or your creative process? Or being left out in the cold, or perhaps other people being left out in the cold, or people who are sick or ill or injured or in exile, not welcome. And then there's that Knight of Pentacles, the loyal, humble servant. After someone getting schooled, it's like someone coming in and being kinder, a gentler version, right? It's like good cop, bad cop, and the golden goose. And the good cop's energy is coming up as this woman right here who's been there before. So she can be more gentle because she understands your position, whereas perhaps this one has the bad cop energy hasn't been in that position before. So they're being harsher with you, or this is you with them. It can go both ways. All right. So we have, for me, this is Libra energy. So Libra, we have Pisces or Capricorn there. We have Aries, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini or Virgo perhaps. So there's quite a few energies there. And again, that father and son type of energy. It could be a daughter too, especially if they're not very masculine energy. But the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups is just confirming that father, son, or the baby actually in your arms now after birthing through Cancer. Let's see how this goes. That could also be Cancer and Leo are both coming up. Maybe you have a Cancer child and now you have a Leo child. So, why do you have the Nine of Wands, Wounded Warrior as your underlying energies at the home? And that could be cleanup duty, you know, being on cleanup duty. I'm getting duty, cleaning up the duties, right? So you're dealing with babies here. So why do I have to clean up the duties? All right, so this is delay after delay. It's the energetic exchange that's being blocked or not telling. All right, this can be a heated exchange too, constant arguing. And there's the home again. All right, so literally the same kind of energy right here. But the Four of Wands is coming up reversed with the Three of Wands reversed. This is someone, you know, perhaps in the past, there's been a lot of arguing at Thanksgiving here, or an unstable home, or the argument about whose home to have it at, right? Which one's more apt to have it? Who's got more money and is able to afford Thanksgiving? There's that kind of energy coming up here. And also looking back, or someone could be living in the past here too, or reliving the past at Thanksgiving when everyone comes back and perhaps some old wounds come up that you hadn't thought of in forever. And that could be the reverse too. Maybe some negative energies you've been thinking about aren't actually there anymore. Maybe they've changed and they're a much nicer version of themselves. So we have the Hanging Man in your recent past, which comes up as the High Priestess here. And then we have the King of Cups upright here. So Cancer's King of Cups was reversed. Yours is upright here. And again, this could be a Pisces or even Virgo, King of Cups right here. And again, we have Pisces there too. So definitely could be a Pisces King of Cups. And coming clean, or again, helping clean up the house after Thanksgiving. Maybe this King of Cups is you, or that's a Pisces. Who's either helping you clean up, or maybe you're helping them clean up after Thanksgiving. Okay, and then there's that helpful student coming up here, right? The curious student, the student of life, the one who's very interested in all the aspects of the gold coin, or perhaps you're telling your kids you'll give them a little money there if they'll help you clean up, a little incentive there. Or perhaps there's a child who's going out, and I would say there's some bad influences there because there's a lack of joy there and coming together, but it's with the mother energy over here. So this could be the mother and baby. This could be another child after someone's given birth, or maybe she's just sick or in lack here and can't come or can't come together. So maybe the child will go visit her. But they're curious to discover something here regarding their ancestry perhaps, or what happened. Maybe the kids are trying to figure out what is the falling out between, you know, this person and this person at Thanksgiving. What actually happened? So that's kind of interesting. So let's see what that Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Oops, that was a mess. So maybe there's babies, you know, making messes on the floor. So we have the star of the show. Perhaps the Knight of Cups is the star of the show here. There could be an Aquarius there. That could be the healer, right? That could be someone whose dreams are coming true, or this is someone offering dreams come true here. And all these cards came out. We have someone reaping the rewards of their efforts, perhaps having their dream come true, perhaps retirement. We have the Knight of Swords reversed, which is someone holding their tongue or lashing out. You know, these are two constantly bickering or arguing, and that could be over money or time or effort or what their dreams are. Whose dreams do we get to manifest first? And there could be a breakup here or a lack of affection and no peace in this underlying energies, except for the Knight of Cups is upright. Is the Knight of Cups trying to mediate these two over here? And you're coming up as the watery energy here. So that would be you trying to mediate your two kids, or perhaps two other people at your Thanksgiving who weren't getting along, or again, trying to figure out what the dispute is between two people, like whatever happened there anyway. So the central energy here is the Three of Cups. And then the Wheel of Fortune just came out upright. There's that Libra energy again, but again, destiny. Again, schooling the golden goose. Who got schooled and who's behaving themselves. And then Christmas is coming up, right? right? So, and somebody might be using Santa Claus as a threat to get the kids to do what they're supposed to do. The Three of Cups is reversed. Did I see that coming out already? I swear I just saw it, right? Oh, I didn't use that. I put it back in the deck. So the Three of Cups was reversed. But whatever this is, it was destined to happen because it like outed someone. So somebody could get schooled, or so that someone could be the one who put someone else in check because maybe they were doing something that could hurt themselves. This could be, you know, kids going out drinking or doing something they're not supposed to do, or just gossiping. And again, kids could be talking at Thanksgiving and telling personal information at Thanksgiving that the adults don't want told. But here's the next card's coming is that Atlas weight of the world energy, along with embarrassing oneself. It's like I'm getting this is like it's them hiding. Like, I can't believe they just said that. So that embarrassment at Thanksgiving. So the challenge is the Three of Wands. So anything you said, even though it ended up might have bothered someone or hurt their feelings, it's coming up as destined to have happened. It needed to happen, perhaps to put it out on the table or just heal it. The Three of Wands is the challenge for you, Leo. So who is this person? All right, so it's energy of the Ace of Wands coming in. And again, there's this, he's holding one wand right here. That's that energy of the firefighter, right? The one who puts the flames out, who breaks up the fights. The Knight of Cups coming in, along with the Six of Wands. And is that a separate person or just your two different personalities over here? And what makes you uncomfortable? Maybe you don't like expressing your emotions, or you're not good at that. Or you're not good at walking away when you should have, right? Should you be schooling the goose, or should you be letting them work it out for themselves? So perhaps not knowing when to walk away or when to run, or when to stand up to others and when to back down, right? But again, this is fine if you stand up for yourself, but you may get triggered too. So how are you standing up for yourself? Are you overreacting? And again, this is the challenge for you, is being present in the moment instead of flying off the handle, or a gift. And again, we have here too much of something, overindulgence. The crowning position here is the Fool, and the Fool's reversed over here. So what are you feeling foolish about? Again, coming to save the day. Perhaps you shouldn't. This could be someone leaving the kids behind or the soulmate behind to rush in and save the day because somebody needed help. So why can't they help themselves? Are you the one who's always rushing in because they know you'll come? And then here is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a lot of work being done over here between the Six of Cups. And are these the people you're going in to help? Are these people you're leaving behind because they deserve your time, right? They're being very kind and loving and doing all the work. So perhaps someone's realizing here, whether it's you or someone around you, that they gave attention to the wrong person. Right? The person who's doing all the work is the one you ran away from or didn't pay attention to. So there's some kind of inequity now here. There's Six of Pentacles reversed and then the Seven of Cups reversed. Right? Not sharing, and then dumping emotional attachments that no longer serve you here. Dealing with both things, time, money, energy, and your emotions. And again, you don't like dealing with your emotions. And again, this energy of being unfair, that someone has to do all the work. And again, dumping all the loads, taking all the trash out, you know, getting rid of stuff, or having to do all the emotional work. And again, this energy of doing the work is being done right here, but someone else isn't doing the work. Or is this person going back to play instead of getting the work done? Or right as soon as it's time to clean up, they're out of there. Right? But again, if you need help with something, it's up to you really to tell the other person, ask them if they can help you, as opposed to just saying, if it's not your kid especially, if it's your kids, obviously, you'll say what you need to say. But again, maybe there's another way you can say it that may be more helpful. But there's some kind of foolishness here, or overindulgence, or kids hanging out with kids drinking, or maybe you were serving your kids alcohol at Thanksgiving, which some families do. And then there's the gossip. So again, there's that overindulgence of something. And then embarrassment here, or some kind of fall, like a kid falls because there's too much chaos going on, or the pet tripped somebody up, or the pet bit somebody, or the chaos that could happen at Thanksgiving. There's some kind of foolish behavior, but the Knight of Cups is upright, remember. And so is the Knight of Wands over here. Why is the Death card coming up here? And that came right up. And that's an angel here. So is this literally someone who's no longer with you, who's with you at Thanksgiving? Or perhaps you're telling someone, perhaps even a religious person, that you experienced connecting with a family member. This is Scorpio and Sagittarius as well. Or this is just someone being a patient angel. Won't you be a dear and help me out? Or are they walking over other people to get their way? And perhaps this person is being a patient angel, whether that's a religious leader or someone else, another kind of leader, the children. I was just getting daycare. Someone's taking care of kids at daycare as well. And here we have the Queen of Cups. So she's coming off as the patient angel. And then we have the Dark Knight over here. And she can be any water sign coming up, or she's your partner as the King of Cups upright, which is a very loving couple. Very family oriented, loving, kind, intuitive, perhaps psychic abilities here. And you see yourself as the world. Leo. Leo, Leo, Leo. And you have Justice here. And the Five of Swords, the war within. It's like finding how to balance the war within, how to stand up for yourself to those that you love. And again, there's that Pisces energy of wholeness and coming full circle, of using nature to keep out the element of ego and stubbornness over here with the lion and the bull, which is you. Maybe you and a Taurus energy, or somebody with Taurus in their chart, could be going at it a lot. There's that square energy of fixed energies. And then there's the world. So the world is upright here. This also could be you defending your world, defending the Pisces, defending the divine feminine, defending the neighbor. This could be a neighbor defending themselves to you as the one who's fair, the mediator. Okay, so we have Libra and Pisces here. And who's the judge? Is that you or somebody who has to mediate between you? The Magician. Magician's coming up as stressed out, not being able to sleep, suffering in silence, in a divorce perhaps, or in a break away from religion. Someone no longer believes the things that they were raised with, or the religion they were practicing. This can be a break from a contract as well, or from tradition, not wanting to do a certain Thanksgiving tradition anymore. But again, there's that Taurus energy. Libra upright, Taurus reversed, and then the divine feminine, Pisces, upright here too. But this energy of the Magician, and is he upright? So the other energies we have, this is this person suffering in silence in a divorce, or some kind of break away from something they've been used to their whole life. And they are getting a lot of love from the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community. They're not judging them. But it's interesting too, because it's coming up, this is like beautiful, right? Not being judged, welcomed, and all that kind of stuff. But would they hire you? Maybe a whole nother story. That's kind of interesting. Or maybe you don't work well together. maybe socially is wonderful and they're supportive, family, business, or community, but perhaps at work that may not be the case. So why is the Nine of Cups there? Why is that the block for you? Nine of Cups. All right. We have the King of Pentacles and the Moon reversed. So like I said, he's got everything he needs. You know, he's just like that step below the Emperor. And he could be a little snotty here or elitist, but he's coming up upright, right? He does the right thing. He's very responsible for a lot of other people. He gets up early perhaps, or we're just dealing with the new moon energies here, right? Perhaps the dogs need to be let out. This also could be deception. Is he deceiving himself? The need to surrender and let go of those wounds. And again, we have Cancer reversed here. Does he have Cancer in his chart? Or is someone dealing with Cancer, or someone who's Cancer free? And again, this could have been someone who was on guard about something and no longer, because maybe something came through in a good way. This is a positive, that could be a positive result. Somebody could be doing a happy dance there too. The King of Cups. King of Cups. So are you dealing with new children? Are you just a Leo who loves to be around children? Do you have grandchildren? There's definitely children. There's children associated with you, but it's not the main thing here. If it is children, they're grown children. You're not directly dealing with the babies here, although you may be helping your children with babies, or maybe you work with children or babies. But this energy of the King of Cups is the family man. Leo, King of Cups, Leo. Okay, the Four of Pentacles is coming up with the King of Wands, which again is just confirming the fire energy of Leo. But this is you being very practical, perhaps saving, or somebody else is saving and you're, taking a look at that. Is someone keeping to themselves? Is someone keeping their cards close to their chest about something? Is this another fire sign outside yourself who's wondering what you're not telling them? The King of Wands is stepping up to the plate with a message, perhaps, but they can't get you to budge. They can't get anything out of you. I say nothing. I'm getting like Colonel Clink. We have the Six of Wands. So is this a message or a child with the King of Wands who's stepping up to the plate to help? Perhaps you don't want help. This could also be people who never want anyone in the kitchen when they're doing their stuff. The Six of Wands. Six of Wands. The Tower reversed. So drama, lies, division, split. The need to pull the sword out. That could be someone who needs their stitches out. I don't normally get that with that. But after some kind of sudden event, it could be someone getting their stitches out. But I'm also getting the energy at Thanksgiving of like, sticking your, whatever it is in the pie and pulling out a plum. Sticking your thumb, pulling out a plum. Which kids would do, right? So they ruin the pie at Thanksgiving because they put their hand in there or something like that. But this is after the sudden events, after the trauma, after the resisting of change. There's division here, or some kind of split, or the need for more information, the need for the whole truth. Nothing but the truth. And then there's the worst being over now. As one sword at a time is being pulled out of the pain of the Ten of Swords ending. And that's for the Queen of Pentacles. And she was coming up as reversed in Cancer's read, along with this Knight of Pentacles reversed. So you could be dealing with them. All right, so she's fighting another day, or she's enjoying sports outside with the family, or whatever this was, enjoying seeing someone get back up on the horse, or do more athletic stuff, you know, get some exercise if that was the issue. But this could be playing games, competition, the pursuit of happiness, like finding, there could be someone who's been through an illness or an injury who's now like getting back on the horse and detoxing, right? Breaking those chains that bind. And again, we have that Five of Cups, which is coming up with the Page of Cups. So it's that Pisces energy again, or perhaps an innocent child or a pet who's now freed from their prisons or their stitches, right? Or whatever was binding them. Very interesting there. All right, so what else is coming up for you after this energy of the Five of Cups, which could be grieving something, could be grieving loss or regret or the past here. Perhaps somebody was freed from their stuff, so now perhaps getting over it. You know, there could have been some pain involved. And we have two kids right here, the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords, and they're both upright. But there's that energy again of the Four of Pentacles. But in this card, it's much more about the greedy guy, like who's keeping it all to themselves, doesn't want to share, or they won't budge. They won't either tell him something or they won't give it over. Like, no, I'm not sharing, I'm saving right now. So here is the Lovers. And that could be brother. I'm getting brothers and lovers, right? So, and again, that could be brothers who always have to compete or fight. And again, maybe the Queen of Cups is now enjoying them do that again. Maybe they weren't seeing each other for a while. Maybe the brothers had a falling out, or a father and son. But here's that Leo energy of being strong. And then we have, and again, this is this Gabriel energy of I'm getting this coverage, like you're covered. So I don't know if it's hospital coverage, you know, they have a great wingspan. There's a great coverage here, so you don't have to worry about it. And they're taming the beast there, saying, don't worry. And then we have the King of Wands. And I'm getting Mary Magdalene again. This came up for Cancer, right? I don't think it was yours in the beginning. But again, try not to worry, try not to get worried, try not to turn on to problems that upset you. Oh. And that's coming up as the King of Wands is kind of looking down at how you see yourself or how others might see you, or the lack of tools. And again, you could be putting the silverware away, you know, from Thanksgiving. And there's a little lizard on the platform here for the King of Wands. So you could be training your child or an intern here, right? A pet. Learning how to tame your beast and not speak out whenever you think something. And then here's someone standing up for themselves. And again, he's looking down, right? So again, he's looking down at the group. He's got the leverage here. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. And where did that come up? Was that in Cancer's read? Yeah, the 9 and 10 of Pentacles came up together. I guess it was Cancer's read, unless I'm not seeing it here. And this is that sovereign energy, right? Of the one who has everything they need, except perhaps want someone to share it with. Or did someone just become single? And she also could be pregnant here. This could be a younger person who's pregnant. And then this could be suddenly finding out that someone's pregnant and they didn't know, right? And here's this Scorpio energy here, right? Or perhaps someone had a miscarriage in the past and someone didn't know, and they find out about Thanksgiving. It was a surprise to them. They didn't know. And here's someone who could be being envious of the 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles energy, and then finding out what they went through. And actually, it was just a movie that's on Netflix that was coming up with that energy too, right? Where the one friend was jealous of the other friend because she's rich and she's pretty and she's smart and fun and nothing is wrong, right? Except then they find out that she lost her child. So there's this energy of, there's always balance in life. So it's about all of us, being more careful about judging other people, because you never know unless you're in somebody else's shoes. You have the High Priestess here as well. And that could be a sister or an aide at the nursing home as well. And then the Six of Cups, which is that, loving child energy, which is upright over here. And this could be a babysitter as well. Someone to stay with the kids, so somebody could be with the family, or deal with some kind of sudden event. In case there is a sudden event, someone you can call in an emergency. I'm getting Ghostbusters, and then there's that Nine of Wands, right, as the first responder, like the fireman energy that came up for you. So we have that Four of Pentacles, which is coming up on you here. All right, so you could be really tired or sick and tired. Maybe you're feeling clingy, or the Queen of Swords is. So she could be clingy, or she could be grieving still from a death. You know, it takes a while to deal with that situation. So even though things have been fine for somebody who lost someone, maybe 6 months has passed, or a year and a half has passed, but maybe they're not finished grieving yet, so something comes up that makes them sad. So there could be some quietness in someone here, or clinginess, not wanting to open up or talk to other people. You know, maybe they're just going through that still, and they need a moment to themselves, okay? And then here's the Two of Wands of being given a choice, right? So maybe they just didn't respond because they're going through something, and that's okay. You don't have to judge them because of that. And then we have the Lovers here. And I think, let's see here, the Lovers. Why is there Lovers going on here? And, you know, because there could have been a breakup here. There's a lack of affection or a breakup there. And that could be just a lack of affection between family members. But this is new information or news. That's news to me. And again, someone who's bored or perhaps apathetic. Or there's news that came out, but they didn't see it, or they didn't pay attention, or perhaps they were just too much into themselves, you know, not saying egotistically, but just shut off because they were so, you know, so much ruminating in their own mind about what their own issues were. They weren't able to see the extension of love or kindness that came to them, or the news that came. They never knew it happened. And here is the Magician reversed, which could be manipulation as well. Is someone being manipulative here, or insecure without the tools perhaps to deal with emotions, or not knowing how to receive love and kindness because perhaps they didn't get raised with a lot of that, so they don't know how to deal with it. And then they shut down. And here is the Strength card of taming the beast. When there's a love loss here, there's no affection there. And maybe there's a child or a pet who feels upset because someone's not paying any attention to them, and here's somebody else pacifying them. It's okay. And then here's the King of Swords hanging out here, but he's reversed. So is he shut down emotionally completely, or is he being abusive? He could just be in his own negative self-talk. Or is he being verbally abusive or lying? I don't know, because they don't open up, right? So here's that Aquarius energy, a wake-up call here. This could all, you know, somebody hanging out and perhaps being called out. And again, we have Pisces or Capricorn, and then Aquarius upright there. And this could be a partner, a one-to-one here. But there is an agreement here. Or is someone agreeing to disagree, or just getting on the same page with each other? And it is today's energy, the Two of Cups, perhaps getting over themselves, getting over some loss or regret, the past, with the Emperor reversed. And this could be someone who passed away, so you're missing a father, or some other relative who's older, or this is someone who's abused their power, and somebody just getting over them. They'll never change, but don't let them change you, right? So still be in your loving place. But there is a coming together here. And this could be a father and son between the Emperor reversed and the King of Swords reversed. And maybe they're a lot alike. Or the Emperor reversed could be Leo in this read here. Or it could be somebody with Aries in their chart. Or Aquarius is coming up here. Or Pisces or Capricorn is coming up with the King of Swords. And it looks like the King of Swords is calling out the Emperor. Or calling them up. You know, it could be someone who's not well. And perhaps the King of Swords is upset about it and not knowing what to do, trying to think about it and not knowing how to approach the situation. but there is a coming together here. I don't know if they're coming together to agree to disagree or agreeing to a divorce, or are they just getting on the same page about something that they're upset about here. And again, we have the Emperor reversed with the Five of Pentacles coming out after him, which is those left out in the cold, or perhaps uninvited. And here's someone uninvited who's still coming in all excited and inspired, and coming into that Nine of Pentacles who's reversed, who may feel powerless by this energy, or this could be another dependent. This could be someone who just healed from an injury. And they're like, how'd you heal from that so fast? Like, that injury took me forever to heal. Or is this a person who spends too much? Or is this person just powerless to their inspiration or their energy? They might just have be a ball of energy over here. And that could be the King of Wands. And we have the Ten of Cups reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. All right, so this is an unhappy family. Someone is not self-satisfied. This could be arrogance across the board. And this could be dealing with the other part of the family, right? The in-laws, the extended family, as opposed to the immediate family. Right? We have the Pentacles versus, the Montagues and the Capulets. And are any of them happy? This Page of Wands is happy. He came up, the Page of Wands is in the center of Cancer's read, which can be you. It could be your child. It could be your new seed. This could be someone, this could be someone who just had a child, but the family's not happy, or the family's not being any help. They're not being nice. Perhaps the child had to stay in the hospital for a bit, but they come out really strong. But still not easy, as a mom taking care of a new child. So here's the King of Wands with this Seven of Wands, of standing up for oneself. And again, who's abusing who, right? Is someone trying to get babysitters, like their parents, to do stuff all the time? Or do they really need help and no one's helping them? They can go both ways. So we have the Empress reversed here with the Queen of Wands upright, as far as this King of Wands standing up for themselves. Okay, and then with the Nine of Pentacles reversed over here, which is some kind of dependency energy or overspending or having to pay for something that costs a lot. And that could be this Empress if she was just in the hospital, or a funeral service she had to pay for. And the Queen of Wands is involved here too. And she may be talking to the Hermit, which could be some kind of advice, or a grandparent here with advice, or again, someone to shed light on something, or a Virgo person. And behind them is coming in the love from the Ten of Pentacles family. And again, they may offer free advice and free love, but I don't know if they'll offer free money if someone's trying to get a loan out of someone or get money out of someone from the family, right? That, like I said, they might be great socially, but they don't work with family, or they don't loan money to family. That kind of energy is coming up here, right? So it's going to be withholding this time, money, and energy. Or maybe they had to start doing that because it was getting to be too much, or there's some kind of loss. But the Ten of Pentacles is coming up upright here, so there is abundance here. It's also going to be a nursing home. So now someone has to pay for a nursing home. They can't extend as much money as they used to, perhaps to family or kids and that kind of stuff. All right, we have the Empress reversed, and the Emperor's reversed too. That can be a family who's lost both of their parents, or both of them are ill, or they're both divorcing and they're going through a miserable time. So here, why do we have this? The rest of this stuff coming up is some kind of separation or disappointment, heartbreak, bad weather, again, kids all over the place being crazy, and the need to tame the kids, the pets, the beast. Perhaps someone's disappointed about that, or maybe they paid for training for their pet and they're still not doing what they're supposed to do. And again, rising above a lack of sleep, or an awakening here and traveling here. A bold move, perhaps, of the Page of Pentacles to invite someone or offer an opportunity, perhaps to someone that doesn't deserve it, or someone who's antisocial or not coming together. Perhaps a bad influence for the child. But there's the Six of Cups are very innocent and sweet here. And again, this could be a babysitter. Maybe the kids are really bad and it's really hard to find a babysitter. Or I'm not really getting the babysitter is bad. She's upright and she's the high priestess. And this could be the difference between a babysitter who drives and brings themselves over or somebody that you might have to go pick up instead. So you might be trying to figure out who can babysit for the kids. And maybe a sister perhaps. Or the family is willing to help out as far as babysitting, but not, well, I don't know. It's the Pentacles, which is not just money, but time, money, and energies. I don't know if they are or not. They're willing to extend love and compassion and perhaps advice or wisdom, but perhaps not willing to extend money or loan, or perhaps not as much as they used to anyway. Or maybe getting too old to babysit and it's just not comfortable for them anymore. So what's coming up at the end here with the messages of love is denial. So detach with love to clearly see the truth. It's time to decide about this relationship. So someone has to stand up for themselves, you know. And again, it has to do with love because you always want to help, but maybe it's not right for you to be helping. Maybe you're giving more than they are. Lean on your inner circle during this time with support. And the bottom of the deck is all about this friendship that is leading to more. So be patient. So some kind of abundance, you've done the work. Abundance flows to you now. So you're feeling abundant. And there's also friendship here. So the abundance can be about friendship, but it doesn't have to be. But again, like don't, as if it's a new friendship, you might have to just take it slow and detach with love so that you see the truth. Maybe you have a misconception about someone. It's time to decide about this relationship. And so if you do need to detach from someone, whether it's a friend, a relative, or a lover, it's just calling you to lean on your inner circle during this time. But there is a friendship developing here that's leading to more. So just keep an open mind too. But it's time for you to make a decision. Lean on the people that you trust the most. I'm going to pull from my Lenormand Kipper and it's Lenormand Reverie and the Kipper decks combined for Leo, Leo, Leo. Where are we? It's almost an hour, yeah. It's 5:20 on the clock now, which is the 52, that Queen of Swords. So maybe she's very relevant to you as far as how to help. She was upright, I believe. Maybe she can give you some good advice or perhaps your freedom. Maybe that's a lawyer or just financial or legal advice you need to get, as the cards are wanting to fall all over the place. For Leo. Okay, what is the last advice here for Leo regarding the birth, whether it's a birth of a child or just a lot of kids that you're dealing with? Are you birthing some other kind of creative project? But remember in the beginning, it's all about the masculine energies connecting with source energy. And that can be through father figures, through bosses and coaches and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. All right, first card that's coming out for you is the 43, which is that 3 of Cups, which came up reversed in your read. So someone's having a hard time making their own way to the center here, right? This is the maze of trying to figure out how to get to the center. And the 3 of Cups of coming together in joy, but it's coming up as reversed energy. So someone's having trouble finding their way on the journey of death that's destined here. But again, like I told you, it was destined to happen. So whatever the obstacles are, it's destined to happen because then other things will come into play that will resolve the issue or clear up the blockage so that you can then move on and process the situation in order to come into the station, so to speak. So we have the 28, which is a choice of path. This is someone expecting someone to come in, waiting for their train to come in. Destiny. And the 28, which is the choice of path, but also could be a twin flame energy. That could be an ultimatum as well. But here's that gift of the 17 of your dreams come true. Right, the gift coming in, the rolling stone, the path of one, of your dreams coming true, of healing, and the train coming in. So why is the train coming into the station now? this could be people leaving. We have the 23 of the King of Wands who needs to stand up to others as far as their messes. So kids, other people's lives, pets. And this is the King of Wands standing up for himself to let other people, instead of rescuing them, letting them stand up and clean up their own messes so that they learn and they grow from their situation, especially if there's an inequity of time being put in. We have the 25 of high honors, perhaps some kind of 25-gun salute here, some kind of honoring here. But there's a message of concern with the 14, which is that Temperance card, which was upright, right? That angelic energy. Was there a message of, were you invited to a service or funeral or something like that, or some kind of award dinner? There's a Leo breakthrough here with the family here and the King of Wands, right? Him standing up for himself. And there's Sagittarius energy here too with the message of concern. And this is Saggy energy too. And we're in Sagittarius. So in Sagittarius, Leo is experiencing a break through the clouds, which is really good for Leo. So that's good. And it could be regarding the family or a Gemini. And again, it could be Sagittarius as well, or this is just the time period here of some kind of honoring here. And can you make it? Maybe someone really wants you to be there, or you want them to really be there. And again, there's the man of love. This could be someone who wants to offer love to someone, or someone wants to be present at their proposal. We have the 28 again, okay? And this could be after a divorce or something, or a settlement on a house. Some kind of breakthrough here and honoring. Very interesting, Leo. Okay. This could be the cleanup too, and trying to get people back to the airport and the train station to go home. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of family members too. Could be as simple as that as well. All one for all and all for one over here, Leo. Remember your water, your rest, your joy, your nature, and rise and be love. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing week, guys. Bye.